Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we won't be able to do nearly as much of the things we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And as you're watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Julia, and I will be your game master for the evening. We will start our introductions tonight with Yare.
Hi, I'm Yare. I'm playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing three Diglets asking, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me."
I was waiting for the first person to mention that gif on stream.
AKA Kisaki So, a Pokemon Ranger.
And Andrew.
Hello, I am Andrew, playing Satomi Yamasura, the warrior ambassador, and I use surf on the Diglets.
Surf doesn't work if they're digging.
I don't know why not.
Because it's under the ground and
Water can go into holes.
yeah,
Exactly.
But Diglets don't leave holes.
Oh, that's true.
The dig doesn't leave a hole.
When they retreat, the hole closes over them like a sphincter.
Then I hold my action.
You didn't have to. Didn't have to say that, Sam.
How are they shaped?
I don't need to think about that.
I really wish I had a form of like a timeout box and Jack.
Playing Ramon Alvarez, the deaf Pokeball engineer.
I mean,
that has nothing to do with Diglets.
I could get like a buzzer soundboard. And just...
It's just the bonk sound.
Oh, okay.
It's just the your bit is over now sound from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Just the
we need the Oscars playing them out noise.
Oh. So as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, fuck Vince McMahon, fuck the U.S. Supreme Court, and as always, fuck J.K. Rowling. And
none of that in a good way.
No, none of that in a good way.
Baseball
Previously
bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Agreed. Previously in the Hoenn region, our trainers had a fairly light-hearted day of route exploration and Pokemon capturing. A few new friends joined the team in the form of Breaker, a Mawile who joined up with So, Twilight, a Galarian Ponyta who was captured by Ramon, Nobuchika, a Magikarp, and Munazane, a Swablu, were recruited by Satomi, and Annabella enlisted the help of Atomos, her Shuppet. So showed Satomi how to punch a ghost, and the group settled in for the night within a secret base owned by Steven Stone.
I think you missed the part where he punted a Magikarp across the region.
Oh, that is true.
No, I slapped a Magikarp out of a river.
That's right.
And across the region.
No, that was the Ghastly that So punched.
Yes, I punched a Ghastly across the region.
You punch a Ghastly into the Shadow Realm.
Didn't we catch the Magikarp?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Magikarp is Satomi's.
Yeah.
Yep.
She basically just walked over and dropped one of her Pokeballs on it.
What's the Magikarp going to do about that?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly what you think a Magikarp would do about that?
Nothing.
I went grizzly bear on a river and found a golden Magikarp.
That is true. That Magikarp is shiny. So we will start the morning with a little bit of a time skip. You guys do your morning training. Ramon, you are now introduced to morning training. Halucha is making you
run it.
Nope, that is definitely not true. Somehow you've ended up doing So's training regiment as well. You're not sure how you got enlisted in this, but
it was Halucha.
Oh, 100%.
So it's just a just a conga line of all of his Pokemon, Hawlucha and Ramon.
All doing
And
the
Jake
backhand
coming
walk.
behind, not exercising, just bonking Ramon anytime he isn't doing well enough according to her standards.
Mercedes has interesting standards.
Her standards are whenever she wants to bonk Ramon.
But we pick back up with the group in Mauville. Currently on your way to the apartment that had previously been used as a makeshift research facility for Professor Birch and his assistant Ophelia, who would be the one knocking at the door.
Me?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If there is a door, I
That
will
way, if
knock
it's a
it.
ghost door, we can still knock.
This is true. So you knock a couple of times, and there is about a minute pause before Ophelia opens the door. Unlike previously, she is not all nice and pretty up in her lab coat and dress. She is very much just in a t-shirt and pajama pants. Her hair is a fucking wreck, and she has a cup of coffee.
At time?
Professor's that way. And she just
And
turns around and walks into a room directly behind her.
Annabella just internally mood. Yeah, one of
It's
those
not
mornings.
early. It's like 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, mood.
I will
But
not comment on it and head towards the professor.
Yeah, Satomi is too polite to comment as well.
Professor
yeah.
Birch currently is standing in front of one of the walls, which he has removed all of the poster board from, and is just a shit ton of pictures from all over the region with certain different thumbtacks and different sticky notes.
Is there a red wire connecting several of them in a Byzantine
I was
pattern?
just going to
Not
ask, how much
yet.
red string is involved?
Not yet.
Are you planning on sightseeing?
No, actually. These are all of the areas that were hit by Team Magma members.
That
We
sounds like
are-
a problem.
Yeah, we have a bit of an update. Ophelia and I have been sort of working through the night on all of the information, getting everything.
They went from suspected activity to confirmed activity everywhere.
Yes. And I'm mainly trying to piece out why it all happened yesterday or the day before, whenever. Time is meaningless at this point. I haven't slept in days. We'll go with that.
You should. Sleep is good for the brain.
That is true, but I ask you to tell that to any person going for their doctorate.
Can confirm.
I never went to school, so
We can
That's pretty nice. You should go.
fix that if that is something that you'd like.
I'm good. Rangers don't really need higher education, so
Yeah, but you don't go because you need it. You go because it's awesome.
Learning is fun.
I do learn in the wilds every day.
Well, sit, please. The 5 areas that we have photographs from, I sent Ophelia out and took pictures of the area that you all had your encounter in. And notably a lot of the pictures are from there's over half of these are from Mountain Chimney. There's some of your spat on Route 123. There's images from Mount Pyre, from Sutopolis, and from Duford Town.
Oh, I remember which one's Duford Town.
Duford is the island one with Fighting Jim.
Mr. Briny.
Yeah, the one that
Mhm.
Briny takes you to. Yes. Yeah, Broly's gym.
We're level 8, by the way, right?
Yes.
All of these areas had something they were searching for. We're not entirely certain. Mount Chimney, Ryoko was able to apprehend two grunts. We're currently waiting to see if we can get a couple of psychics that we have enlisted to get them to talk. Because they're not very forthcoming with information.
Having met their new leader, she seems to be readily threatening them all with death.
Whether it's them or their loved ones.
Offer them better living conditions and protection from their boss.
Problem is, if she can teleport the way she does, there's not really anywhere they're safe.
But she'd have to know where to teleport, wouldn't she?
We
Does
don't know
she
the
have
full extent of her
theories?
abilities. She might have other psychic abilities. I don't know.
Fuck.
That brings me to my next point, and he will pick up a remote, and a projector kicks on against the opposite wall, and he just begins flashing through pictures of Courtney in each one of these areas, outside of the one that you guys were in. Anybody who wants to can give me a perception check
Yeah.
while he is flipping through these.
Yeah, go on then.
Nope.
Oh, come on. It's not
Perception.
ideal.
Oh, we are.
5855.
We're doing
Yep.
great.
It's early.
Satomi,
Like 11:30.
Yes.
It's early.
as Professor Birch is flipping through these, and he cycles through them a few times. There's only about 10 pictures. But one of the details you keep catching is staff, 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 no staff, 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 no staff. The pictures that she is not holding that crystalline scepter that you guys saw her with, there is no evidence of the portals that she has opened. In all of the other pictures, there is evidence like one is still open or she is actively leaving through one. But the two pictures that he has of her without the staff show no evidence of that.
Professor, hold a moment, please.
Yes.
May I? And she requests the remote.
He will hand it to you.
And then she will promptly flick to the first of the photos that doesn't feature Courtney's staff or her portal abilities. Where is this?
That one is in Duford Town.
Sorry, one moment, just making some notes.
Now that it's stuck on that image, do the rest of us see that inconsistency as well?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
we'll go-
it's very noticeable.
Yeah. Do we have an order of events for these images?
Yes, give me just a second. And he goes over to his laptop and starts typing out a few things.
So we'll point out while that's happening. So we'll point at the image. No staff, no portals.
Indeed, I noticed it a
Well,
few times. She flicks
That
to
would
the
make
next one.
sense. That would make sense.
So then the staff is the portal. Staff is how she uses the portals.
Then
Kind
Most
of giving
likely,
her
yes.
powers.
does
Okay.
that mean she's in Duford Town?
Maybe that's where she
She
got it.
based out of Duford Town?
I mean, I guess it depends on the timeline of these events.
I have only theories, but it is possible that these are places that she can reach without the staff, with some degree of ease. She will flick to the next photo without a staff.
It is a different image of her in Duford Town. It appears, quite honestly, from what you can see, she just walked through the middle of town.
So it's probably the same event.
Yeah.
Also means though that
Potentially, yes.
if we can get the staff away from her, she can't do the teleportation thing.
That's going to be the hard part. But
But we'd have to do that. But what about a heist instead? I don't want to take her on while she's got that staff in her hands.
I mean, we'd have to know where to heist, and it sounds like Do for Town might be a lead, but
Indeed. The absence of her staff in these photographs suggests to me that she doesn't need the staff to get there.
The Duford Town images were also the first set sent in.
there's another theory.
maybe
Are
also
there-
that's where she got the staff.
Correct.
Are there any
Exactly.
pictures of her without the staff anywhere else? Or later?
There is one picture of her without the staff at Mountain Chimney.
And that one's later.
Yes. However, there are followed by that are pictures of her at Mount Chimney with the staff.
That's what I was going to ask next.
And we haven't had any other psionic. We haven't checked for any psionic residue in those areas.
I haven't had anyone capable of measuring that in the areas that hold please, and he'll sit down and start typing at his computer again.
Yeah, Ryoko's physical like me, so
I mean, I can do it if we can go there, but I'm only one person. We want to.
Okay, I've contacted a few of my colleagues to see if they can, that are more local to the areas, and see if they can, if there's any remnants of it left. It has been a couple days, so
is she showing up in any other regions or just here?
as far as I'm aware, only here, but I have. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, God.
I'm just trying to get an idea of the limits of her teleportation distance, I guess.
Nope, I understand. I just. Every time there has been a criminal team that has operated, they've never really went out of the bounds of the region in which they've operated.
They've also never had the ability to teleport around the region before.
Yeah, this changes things. So I am going to get a hold of the other professors and see if there's anything going on. I might also need to contact some of the Elite Four members in different regions. I have a lot of phone calls to make. Regardless, you asked about a timeline of events.
Yes.
It seems like Duford Town was the first of these events that happened in the day. All of these happened roughly within a 4-hour window.
All of these?
All 5 of these, yes.
So then she already had the staff. There's no way she would have found it and known how to use it that quickly.
Or she did her research.
I mean, even with research,
you don't pick up something that you've never handled before and instantly know how to use it well enough to organize something this massive.
I mean, unless some of these were mistakes.
She was
But
using
I
it. She was
think
using
it's-
it pretty well by the time we saw her, and if that was
I
within
think
the
it's
4-hour
unlikely.
period, that's unlikely. That's the first time using it.
Much of this is speculation, which I do not believe is.
Well, then where did she put it
Excellent.
while she was in Duford? And while she was at Mount Chimney? If she already had it, where is it?
That's a good question.
Because if
Ryoko
I had a staff that could teleport me around the region and wanted to do crimes with it, I wouldn't put it down.
Well, we should ask people that were on site then, because these are just pictures. Somebody had to have taken them.
Yes, and these were from various sources. I can get in touch with them. Ophelia did a lot of legwork.
I don't know.
However,
Just get on social
there
media.
is more,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yep.
do any of you have any knowledge of the field of mega energy?
Kind of.
Some, though
Do
I've never
I?
call to
I
use it
know.
myself.
What's in my stats?
Could I roll for that? Or-
Anybody who wants to can roll me a Pokemon education or occult education.
Given my
Oh,
given my
beautiful.
background, do I need to roll?
No.
I
That's a
rolled
17
well,
for
but
Anna.
I don't think Ramon is deeply familiar with it anyway. Not like as a field.
Nice. Why?
Ramon, mega energy is a phenomenon that happens when a Pokemon has too much excess energy of a high caliber. According to history, that was then crystallized after AZ fired his ultimate weapon at the end of the war in Kalos.
That's not good.
Annabella, you know that mega energy not only makes mega stones, but can be activated in Pokemon inherently in the wild if Pokemon are put under too much stress.
Mm-hmm.
It is wild and untempt chaos if mega energy is just left unchecked.
Mm-hmm. You don't mean to tell me, Professor, that she's trying to harness mega energy?
We believe she may already be doing so. Some of our equipment in Mount Chimney caught 3 unknown mega energy signatures.
3.
3.
One is rare, from my understanding. So 3 is. Oh dear.
So I believe we may have either the formation of 3 new mega stones or just Courtney is manipulating
Mega
Pokemon.
evolving
I
Pokemon.
mean, if her staff is made of mega stone, could a mega stone that big do? That's big. That's big.
If the staff is in fact made of mega energy, then we have no idea what kind of power she's wielding.
Or what
That's-
range it has.
yeah.
Correct. So I have 2 options for you. But as an investigation team, I will let you make your own decisions on where to go. But the 2 that I can offer you are starting to do legwork in Dewford Town to see if you can find anyone who might have been in the area of where Courtney ended up before she made her departure, or you can head to Mount Chimney.
I vote Duford.
I would also like to suggest Duford. I want to know if something's happening there, if that's where we think she may have gotten her staff. Maybe.
Well, she put it down somewhere there.
Or something.
It was
I'd like to
separated
check
from
it
her,
out because we haven't got any sightings with her with it there. If
and
it's
there
if it's
aren't 3
was found-
megas.
yeah, if it
Or
was
it's not
found
found.
there, I'd like to check it out because I could recognize her energy if it's there.
Conversely, my mentor's operating out of Mount Chimney. And
Yes, that's the
if
other option.
anyone's going to have more information on the ground, at least for events that occurred there, they will. And also, I cannot in good conscience let wild Pokemon run around Mega Evolved without doing something about it. They're
Do we know where these megas are?
if they're in apparently in Mount Chimney, and they'll be in pain.
But if you go do something about it, I'm going to have to go do something about it.
The energy signatures were localized, which I believe means they've been crystallized.
She's making mega stones.
which
Very
is
potentially.
also bad and something that should
No,
be dealt
absolutely.
with quickly.
Yes.
Well, if she's making megastones, what are we going to do about it?
Stop them.
I
I mean,
with
if she's
that
already got
staff?
them.
I mean, be an opportunity to get the staff away from her too if she's there.
I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to get the staff away from her if she's there.
Okay, let me rephrase it then. If we don't figure out a way to get the megastones away from her, then she's going to be teleporting mega evolved Pokemon into dangerous situations, potentially situations where we're at.
Yes, but she's going to do that anyway, whether or not she kills us beforehand.
We could put it off a little bit. I wouldn't mind putting off dying, you know? Just maybe it's just me.
And if she's making mega, have there been any reports of this mega energy anywhere other than Mount Chimney?
No, it's quiet everywhere else.
So if there might be a reason why she's making megastones at Mount Chimney.
No, that I would like to look into.
Current information about what's going on actively feels more relevant in this particular instance than potential historical information about
Yeah,
what's
but it
happened in
sounds so
Dewford.
much more dangerous.
You'll have at least 2 Pokemon Rangers in the area, which is safer than not.
I mean, it's not as safe as not going, but I guess we're going. So I'm glad there will be 2 rangers.
Any thoughts on this, Satomi?
Not gonna lie, out of character, I'm struggling a little bit.
Anything we can do to help?
I am not sure. I feel like I've missed a step or two.
Okay. What would it help to sort of lay out what the options are in detail?
I don't know. And that frustrates me.
Yeah,
We'll try it and find out.
So right now, our options are basically either go to Dewford Town or Mount Chimney. In
The
Dewford,
reason we would want to go to Dewford Town is because we saw her without her staff there, which means that either, and it was the first place, which
Yeah.
means that either she didn't have her staff yet, or there was somewhere she felt comfortable leaving her staff. Because she did have it after that
Everywhere
within
else.
a 4-hour period.
Yeah. The reason we want to go to Mount Chimney is because So's mentor is there, so she'll be able to most likely be able to give accurate firsthand accountings of what happened at Mount Chimney, so we know we'll get information there. And also,
There are also
that's
2
where
captured grunts at Mount Chimney.
there are also 2 captured, and also, that's where she's been she apparently was creating megastones there, and only there. So,
Right.
looking into if there's a reason she was only able to make them there, if there are more there, getting those away from her, are reasons to go there.
But it
And
also
all of
means
that,
that
just seeing if there's any signatures that Annabelle can pick up for anything that's going on there.
the cons
because-
for going to Dewford are that we're not addressing the megastone issue. The cons for going to Mount Chimney are we have to deal with megastones.
It's going to be more dangerous, yeah.
But we'll have more backup.
She was also sighted without her staff, at least temporarily, at Mount Chimney. So,
But we've seen it before and after there
yeah,
with it.
that's less relevant to not having it at Dewford Town.
I suspect that that's probably has something to do with her having a location where she can create megastones there.
Yeah, very probably.
Still missing something?
No, now just Struggling to find the right words.
Fair. Out of character, above board, I want to get a megastone.
Above board, I think going to Mount Chimney is, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm completely fine with either. That's why Annabella's been like throwing out like her reasons for either. It's just
Ramon is just pretty
You
sure this
prefers her
entire
first.
thing is above his pay grade.
it's above everyone's pay grade.
No,
I make Pokeballs. I don't deal with world-ending bullshit.
I make Pokeballs and I wander around and I backpack around Hoenn.
counterpoint, this is exactly my pay grade.
Even Rangers have ranks.
It's true.
Some of you are at different pay grades, but it's fine.
Rangers have ranks, and so has a hero complex.
It's yeah.
There's a reason his playlist has a bunch of My Hero Academia opening themes on it.
Yeah, it's games.
Somebody built Shonen Hero and wants to just fucking go.
Yeah. The obligatory origami and heroic type, yeah.
Yeah.
Howlucha is actually my go-to Pokemon at Mount Chimney. Because I'm pretty sure every single other Pokemon I have, oh, except maybe Ponyta, is weak to fire.
There's also rock types there.
What?
There's also a lot of rock types there.
Rock and ground, yeah.
Oh, well, Howlucha will be no
Yeah.
good. Oh, fighting?
No, they will. Yeah, fighting. Yeah, and Bulbasaur.
Yeah, but Bulbasaur...
Weak against the fire parts, but yeah.
And actually Tinkatink, because steel is strong
But
against
the
rock.
fire.
Steel is strong against rock.
But the fire.
Yes.
But the fire.
Isn't Tinkatink fairy?
Yeah, Fairy Steel.
Fire and the fairy doesn't resist fire, but fire resists fairy.
Ah, okay, never mind. Okay.
So the fire.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, no, that's fair.
against the fire types, Tinkatink won't be as good. But against the rock
And
types,
will be
Tinkatink
weaker. Will be
will be
more,
very
more
good.
Whereas I could just use Howlucha, who is good against fire and rock.
And he's neutral against fire.
Oh, well, neutral is better than everybody else.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Howlucha is also immune to ground, which is going to be useful.
Ooh.
Yeah, and apparently the fighting does enough to counteract the rock that it's only 1 times effective instead of 2 times effective.
You chill with going to Mount Chimney, Andrew?
I don't know why this is so difficult for me. I'm sorry, folks.
It's all right.
No
It's
need to
fine.
No, you're
apologize.
totally fine. Sorry for putting you on the spot. I just
You should be enjoying the games that we play.
Yes.
And if we can support that, then we would like to.
Problem with my big dumb idiot brain is that sometimes support only makes me feel worse.
Well, first off, you're not dumb. You're not an idiot.
I believe that you believe that.
In my house, you'd have to drink water for that. If you're going to be mean to you, then I'm going to make you do something nice for you.
You're gonna at least
mean-
be hydrated.
Yeah.
I mean, I did just down half a glass, so you know.
Fair.
ain't good for you.
And I keep a decently full jug on my desk whenever
Hell
I
yeah.
game. So
Words are different.
You don't have to leave right now. You lot can take a little bit of time and resupply in New Malville, and he walks around the corner and opens the room. There is a sharp squeal from the other room, and then a very hurried slammed door. And Professor Birch comes back around the corner, very red-faced, but holding a box.
Did you walk in on her on the shower or something?
She just gotten out.
Oh
He'll-
God, I
he'll-
got it right.
Yes. So
Huh.
moving on, changing subjects, and he takes the lid off the box and then produces a smaller box from inside. Anybody who wants to,
Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes.
yep.
What's in the box?
Well, it's
Ramon's
even
not
more
gonna make
boxes
whatever
and
roll it
boxes.
is, because he's busy being flabbergasted that he was right, because he was just making a joke.
Technology education.
Fuck, I'm good at this one, but Ramon is too busy.
7.
9?
Not going to bother rolling because I have 1d6 in it.
Fair. Annabella, this is a secret base kit he just pulled out.
Oh, secret base kit.
What the
Okay.
fuck, a secret base kit?
He sort of jumps a little slightly. Yes, this is a base designed for setting up, or this is a kit designed for setting up secret bases. I figured I am asking the lot of you to run around the region for me, and while staying in a tent is fine, it does not offer the same sense of safety and protection that a secret base can.
I did competitive basing in college. It was great.
So you lot are gonna have a lot of fun with him. Have fun with that, and he will look between everybody and then just walk over and hand the secret base to Ramon.
Ramon absolutely cackles.
Mechanically, who has the highest command score among the group?
Not me.
Ramon will not mind
I have
letting
4
it
dice in it.
technically be somebody else's, as long as he gets to
Decorate.
play with secret bases.
I have 4 dice in command, and I'm going to get more.
I have 2, and
Ooh.
I don't have plans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
not in my
should-
build.
I have 3.
Sweet.
I have 3, but yeah, no, we should have it be Satomi's.
You're
Yeah.
going to be in charge of it, but Ramon's going to spend a lot of time capturing flags.
Our secret base, comrade.
Let's see. Hey, we know the location. It's in a different direction, but we know the location of 2 secret bases that we can go back and grab flags from.
Mm-hmm. One of them's the champion.
We got to get it. We have to. How could we not? I would like to propose that we go back to the secret base first.
Unless it's in the exact opposite direction, I'm not against it, but I believe it's also in the exact
It
opposite
is in the
direction.
exact opposite direction. We will.
Yeah, but like we don't
Mm.
have to head to Mount Chimney right away. We've got time to. It's Steven Stone's flag.
It looked like it was there for a while.
No, it didn't.
It was one of his
There's no
throwaways.
decorations in the whole thing.
It was one of his throwaway bases.
It's gonna be gone any moment now.
It
Steven Stone's base.
it looked like it was a throwaway. It'll probably
So
still
Tommy
be
just-
there.
So Tommy just
Please.
looks completely perplexed by this conversation.
Please, Satomi, please.
Annabella will explain quietly as they're arguing.
I think everyone at my college would murder me if I did not, given the opportunity. We have to.
It's only like a hour bike ride back, like 2.5-hour walk.
None of us have bikes. We should go
Good thing
see.
there's a bike shop in this city.
We should go see if the bike shop guy is giving away bikes again. I don't know how he stays in business, but
Mimetic advertising. Rattle.
Funded by the state.
I mean, that may be too, actually. But yeah, mimetic advertising, I imagine.
state funded bike shops.
Honestly, based.
Our bikes, comrade.
Based on what?
Secret bases.
You know what? Giving out bikes for people, honestly, super cool.
Okay. Take secret base. Hand it to Satomi. All
And
right.
she will stow it in her bag
Let's
as
go.
best she can.
let's go see if we can get a bike. Or 4 or 5, however many we need.
There are
And
5 of us.
Ian just says 5.
and well,
I'm here too.
so looks at his gathered Pokemon, which now includes none of whom are in their Pokeball, which now includes a Charmeleon with a Torchic sitting on his head.
Oh.
Perched upon the.
Yeah,
Oh.
perched on the horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
No, my Torchic.
You both have
You guys
torches.
both have one.
Huh.
Yeah. You have Namasa. I have Shiro.
I either don't remember or completely forgot that
They were from. You got yours from the starter trait, the starter thing, and then Sen got one
I
later.
caught one.
you can tell I'm out of it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You're
That's
good.
okay.
You're
To
good.
apologize.
Look, literally yesterday, after I woke up, it took me 4 to 6 hours to start forming memories. All right? You're fine.
Less fine than I would like to be.
Eh, we all are. So,
We're all doing great here, folks.
Uh-huh.
honestly, this is probably a good time for a break, Julia.
Yeah. We will go ahead and go to break. And we will come back with potential shopping montage afterwards.
I'm looking forward to seeing your interpretation of the bike shop guy.
All right.
Those of you that are watching, live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur story.
A Tyrantrum story.
Archeops story.
I love Archeops.
That's my
Archeops
favorite.
aren't,
that's my favorite
Archeops aren't
fossil.
dinosaurs.
That's my favorite fossil Pokemon.
Uh,
Although the Aurora one,
Technically
is
speaking,
bananas.
none of the fossil Pokemon are dinosaurs, Yare. Because
Yes, but
dinosaurs
if
are
we're
a
going on the
specific
old
thing.
Yes, but if we're going on the old joke, it's Archaeopteryx isn't a dinosaur. Pushes up glasses.
I like Archeops because Archaeopteryx is my favorite Pokemon.
I want to have an Aurora dragon.
No, I love Auroras. They're
Archaeopteryx.
gorgeous.
Archaeopteryx is my favorite dinosaur, not Pokemon, though it could very easily be one.
Yeah. No,
Which
I
one
love
was the
a lot of the
Aurora
later gen.
dragon.
Gen 6.
Mhm.
It was one of the Kalos ones. It was that and Tyrantrum.
Ah, that's why I never got the opportunity to get that one.
Because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
always Tyrantrum.
Because Tyrantrum is the correct choice.
Tyrantrum is also in that gen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same. Yeah, it's the Gen 6 fossils.
I never finished Kalos. I never played most of Kalos.
It was fine. Anyway, we're back at Tyrantrum story.
Yep. It gave us megas, and that's really the only thing that I was here for.
Correct. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah,
It also gave us Delphox
That's
yes,
true.
Furry bait.
and Greninja and Chestnut.
Chestnut's also there.
These are the bounties of Kalos.
And it gave us
Actually-
roller skating Lucarias.
It actually did
What
give
the
us
fuck?
Mimikyu, and I will give it credit for giving us Mimikyu.
Oh, Mimikyu's from there?
Yeah, Mimikyu's Kalos.
And Kalos gave us fashion in the Pokemon games. And Kalos gave us
Mhm.
Furfrou.
Mhm.
And the
Oh no,
ability-
sorry, I'm wrong. Mimikyu is alone.
Mimikyu's from Lola.
Yeah, this is more-
Yep.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So Julia
But-
giving me the look. I'm like, I'm wrong, and I'm tired.
But Furfrou, gave us Furfrou and the ability to style Furfrou's hair, which does nothing mechanically other than make them look different.
I hate that. I hate
You
that.
can give them a top hat though. It's cool.
Give him a top
But-
hat?
Yeah.
There's one of the forms that's a top hat.
Jack might be back in.
Go immediately finds 3DS.
I liked out, out, and it doesn't do anything, then back in at top hat.
Oh no, wait. Okay, slight correct. Okay, it's still okay. It's still pretty top hatish.
Top Hat-esque.
Yeah.
Top hat Mankyo.
Well then, your group has been dispersed into Mauville, so that you guys have some time to make your decision
Bike
about
shop.
what to do next. And yeah, you make your way around, and there's a stall with it's very simple, just a bicycle with the word bike written underneath of it. That is the sign. Upon walking in, there is not the like old-fashioned bell, but a bong as the doors slide open. Standing behind the counter is a 20-something-year-old gentleman, short-cut brown hair that's sort of slicked back, wearing a very loose-fitting Hawaiian shirt, with a black tank top underneath. The Hawaiian shirt is pink and blue.
Please, a Lowland shirt.
Yes, Alolan. My apologies. And from what you can see of legs, cargo pants. He has a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow that's starting to fill in, and he's currently just sort of leaned on the counter, one hand on his chin, flipping through a magazine. Let me know if you need
Alive.
anything. What's that? It just goes back to his magazine.
What did you say, Jack? I did not hear.
I was hoping to startle him. Ramon was just sassing. Ramon was just being Ramon.
I see. I'm gonna look around and see what the current deal on bikes is.
All
How
right.
free are they today?
How free are they today?
How much freedom are they today?
4 Americas.
I happen to have that in my pocket. Yeah, let's go.
That's a little free.
Yeah, can you change a bald eagle?
I have 2 bald eagles and a chili dog. What can I get for that?
Chili dog is a lower denomination because it's a little bit of Mexico in there.
Slightly less free than
Slightly less free because Mexico. Yeah.
First off, I'm just gonna check the book to make sure
there
that
are
they
no
don't have
bikes in the
price.
book.
Okay, the bikes are not listed. Fantastic. So you see some base models, like fairly affordable, around the 1 million pen range. And the lowest you're finding after you look through here is probably about 10,000, which is like
Oh,
$100.
so I just Steven Stone's base is like an hour's ride from here. And we just got a secret base kit. Is there any way that you would let us just borrow a bike? I have to. I have to. I will leave you something like as assurance that I'll come back. I have to.
He was flipping through the magazine and just stops with the page like in the middle of the air and looks up. Very bloodshot eyes.
It's Steven Stone's base.
You found Steven Stone's base?
We found Steven Stone's base.
He shuts his magazine, stands up. 5. Yeah, give me just a second. My boss is gonna fucking kill me. You take whatever bikes you want for the moment. And he steps around the corner. And then you see him come back with a set of keys. And he just lifts one of the bikes himself off of the wall. All right, where are we going?
Yeah.
We'll lead the way. Via
Ramon
bike.
is going to Steven Stone's base now.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
more shopping. It is base time.
On your bike.
Along the way, everybody can give me a pickup roll if they would like.
I was going to say, Annabella will not be joining them. She will trust them to get her a bike. Annabella's going to be being a fucking nerd and going to do a little bit of research if she can.
It's perception.
18. No, it's just a D20.
Just a D20.
D20. Oh. I was definitely paying attention.
Give me those ED pills.
Oh.
It says right here, 18's performance enhancers. You find a box of Viagra.
Oh, Jack got a nat 20. Good for you.
Give me something good.
I think that's the second nat 20 you've rolled during a find things check.
I believe so.
I keep
Yeah, I think
looking at the
so.
chart and then minimizing it, thinking I need to go to a different location instead of just scrolling further up in the book.
Mhm.
I know what I'm doing. You can't prove anything else.
Nope, perfectly fine. Perfectly smooth.
I wouldn't dare.
Seamless.
Smooth brain.
The brain was
1,
perfectly
2,
smooth.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a
7,
joke
8.
none of you will get. Actually, maybe Yari. I don't know.
I'm just trying to remember the name of the sleeping koala and make a joke about that.
Kamala.
Yeah, Komala, because it's a coma koala.
Yeah, but it's
So
koalas have smooth brains. So
that tracks.
Yeah,
That
honestly.
tracks. So you find a zinc.
Oh, damn, I was hoping you were going to say PP up. because of the Viagra. Because
No,
of the
no
Viagra
PP up
jokes.
for you.
Gotta keep that PP up.
You gotta get your PP up yourself.
Yeah. It
That's
wasn't.
why they need the PP up.
It wasn't for me. It was.
Ramon.
Yeah.
The TM that you find
Ooh,
is TM-35, flamethrower.
nice.
Oh fuck.
Please.
Are we on
Please.
TMs are reusable rules? Or
We haven't been.
Yes.
Oh, we are? Sweet. Never
Yeah.
mind.
We
Yeah.
haven't used it. I don't think we've used a TM in game yet.
I have.
But yes.
you taught Kusanagi Shadow Claw.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's
I
right.
did that before
More
game
math.
technically. But yeah,
Yeah, but there is a TM has used.
so
Ramon looks down at his TM.
I'll turn that
and then
back to a 1 then.
What do I get out of it? He's clearly teasing.
Oh, you're saying that was me out of game because
Oh,
because flamethrower on Charmeleon.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's why I thought it was so asking
Oh
to
yeah,
use it.
no. It's, if so is told that you have one, he'd be like, oh, that's sweet. Yeah, no. Charmeleon, actually, I think Torchic too can also learn that. That'd be very useful.
Yes, but Blaziken is more of a physical attacker.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ramon will share.
but so
35?
can Score Bunny.
Yep.
Yes, though also I believe physical attacker. But yes.
Yeah, but flamethrower is a high damage move, if I recall.
No,
correctly.
flamethrower is like a good holdover until you get like fire punch or something.
What am my inventory? Where's my inventory? There's my inventory.
Well, in that case, yeah. If anybody wants to know either Shadow Claw or Cut, I've got both of those.
I will talk to you between sessions because I think I might need that for like Circe and Crowley. Cut less so, Shadow Claw more so. You have a ghost type TM. Kind of my entire deal.
So it does require. So as part of an hour of training, you spend 2 tutor points to use a TM on a Pokemon. So if they don't have 2 tutor points, they can't learn it yet. Or if you've
Good to know.
Or if, like with Crash, you've already spent most of your TP. So I can't actually teach Crash that because I've taught Crash basic range attacks and mixed power. But once he gets another trainer point, I can.
Yep. You arrive at Stevenstone's base. The door is the trapdoor into the ground is still exactly where you left it.
Ramon is clearly delighted.
The bike shop owner looks suspicious.
I will pull the door.
Like he is looking suspiciously at the two of you. Like
I'm
okay.
I'm a Pokemon Ranger.
I can't lie to you.
Pointing at the badge on my shoulder.
Ramon doesn't give a shit because he's going to get Stevenstone's flag. That is what Ramon is doing right now. He's not paying attention to the bike shop dude.
And it appears the inside has been unaccosted by anybody else as far as you can tell in the time you're gone.
Aside from all the accosting we did.
Yeah.
Has the floor healed up yet?
No.
Nothing heals after Tink hits it.
There is a few moments after you've gone down that he stays up top, and both of you can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Sure. Five.
You can't really make it out, but he's talking to himself up there.
That's fine.
And after about another 30 seconds, he starts walking down the ladder.
Grab a digital copy of that flag.
I've got the flag. And I'll point it towards the guest book.
As soon as you do that, like all of his nervousness just drops and he runs for it.
We should wait
Which
to help escort him back. So it says to Ramon.
Ramon's got to put the flag in our secret base before I lose it.
We have to build a secret base first, and then.
Yeah, we could build a secret base. I'll put it in, and then we can unbuild the secret base. It's fine. I'm just putting it in the secret base.
Sorry, Julia, you sound like you were about to lead us into initiative, I think.
Oh, no.
I'm not losing this flag. I will fight God.
No, he begins looking through the guest book and just like he flips through all of the blank pages to get to the stamp at the back and just okay, yeah, I thought this was just like this whole thing seemed pretty sketch, but like
no,
good
you
job.
can have flags back. I just needed the flag.
All right. Yeah. Oh, good job for you. Yeah, let's head on back.
This is the greatest accomplishment of my life.
Really?
You don't understand. You don't understand me.
I just thought surviving Mercedes was more of an accomplishment, honestly.
Well, that one's still up in the air. I wouldn't say I have survived her until I die from something else.
Do I need to stage an intervention or something?
Nah, she's great.
Mercedes just nods at that.
This sounds like a prison, like you are in prison.
I love Mercedes. She's great.
Is she your parole officer?
Do you think I've been to jail?
Do
I come across as somebody who's been to jail?
The way you're talking about
says the bike shop owner.
I mean, the way you talk about surviving Mercedes, it does kind of, yes.
Well, I mean, you try raising a maniacal tank-a-tank.
He points at the sword on his back.
Yeah, let's not forget the murder sword.
Yeah, the literal soul sucker. Yeah.
Anyways, we escort the bike shop owner back to town.
Okay. He
or the
as
bike
he's
shop
loading the last of the bikes up back in the shop. So I'm like new to the whole secret base thing, but what exactly does that do for you?
It makes my base a little better. But it's Steven Stone's.
I mean, yeah, there's obviously the whip your dick out on the table energy, but like
obviously.
Yeah, no. It's just data that you can add to your secret base to enhance your secret base.
All right, then.
It's Steven Stone's data.
Right. Well, the two of you have anything else that you need from me today?
You wouldn't happen to know when
can
the
I
next,
interest you?
You wouldn't happen to know when the next like fire sale on bikes is going to be, would you?
I mean, I'm not supposed to really give out that information, but like, and you see him like eye up towards the security camera in the facility.
I mean, he's already abandoned his post today.
Right. He already just shut down for like 3 hours.
5 bikes and just left.
Oh, also, above table, the cost that you said on the bikes earlier, Was that like 100 Pokebucks or 1,000 or 1,000,000 Pokebucks, which would have been the equivalent of $100 in real world?
It's there was 1,000,000 for the most expensive one and about 40,000 for the cheapest spike, which is roughly like $400.
Okay. So yeah.
You just drop 2 zeros like yen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even though that actual
Roughly, give
yeah
or take.
yeah
Okay, yeah, because I
the
have
Japanese yen has been trending downward lately, and I don't like that.
because I have 125 Pokebucks, and
Yeah,
so not enough.
No,
I have 500.
We haven't
just
five
a
bucks.
Like,
Everyone
skosh.
has 5 bucks in their pocket.
we haven't been getting paid from all the people who's
Right.
we haven't been rifling through their pockets. We need to do that more.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Lord, how boy.
I'm kind of broke.
We're supposed to.
I mean, if you want, we're always hiring.
I'm a Pokemon Ranger.
Unfortunately, Professor Birch has us running errands all across Hoenn, so I don't have the time.
I should go see if I'm owed back pay. Actually, so it says he's like
Oh,
leaving the
you-
leaving the place.
Oh, so you people are like important.
I mean, Professor Birch thinks we're important. I'm not sure that means we are important.
I just
If the professor of a region thinks that you're important enough to do work for him outside of just the traditional let's go on a Pokemon adventure, I think you're pretty fucking important.
Don't tell anyone, but I think he may have mistranslated something.
I'm not sure I follow.
from outside the building. I'm gonna go. Mercedes, would you please go drive Ramon out?
Enabling.
You get a squeak of approval, and then about 5 seconds later, Ramon, you just feel a
Dragged
tug.
bodily.
Yeah, you just feel a tug, and then you are being drug out of the store.
I get lifted, bodily lifted,
I wasn't-
fireman carried by a foot tall Tinkatank.
If you want to continue that conversation, you can. I couldn't resist
No, it's
the
fine.
joke.
This is fine.
Just middle of Ramon deprecating him, self-deprecating, and then yoink.
Yeah, I think somebody mistranslated something. Yoink. You all right?
Hi.
Where are you going to do your research? Are you
Uh,
sticking in the facility with, or in the apartment with Professor Birch and Ophelia? Are you going elsewhere in Mauville?
Is there a separate library that would be bigger and
There-
have more stuff, or is this probably the best place for that?
There is a bookshop.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, there's always something interesting in the bookshops.
Go ahead. I need to. What playtest packet are those in? September?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't remember. There's specific research she's looking for. She's not looking for like one of the books.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, mechanical books. I don't have the money. I have like $5.
Fair enough.
They are
So
in May, by the way, May 2015.
May, okay. What are you looking for specifically?
Specifically, she is trying to get. She is like single-minded right now with everything going, especially, being half Colosian. Like Mega Evolution stuff is huge. Like that's like a big warning, probably where she's from.
Oh yeah,
So,
100%.
like that is drilled into every Colosian kids. Like, don't fuck with that shit.
Tornado sirens, there's mega sirens.
I mean, probably honestly, like, especially around like Geosench. But yeah, no, she is digging into as much information as she can get on Mega Energy and Mega Evolution just to get a better working knowledge. She is also going to text her dad just as a warning of it's like there is potential problems with Mega Energy in Hoenn right now. If there's any information or assistance you can provide with that, that would be amazing.
Okay.
As he
You
is the
send
one
that
from
off.
Kalos.
Right. You send it off before you enter the bookshop. And as you start digging through, go ahead and give me an occult education roll. 15. Okay. You find 3 separate books on mega energy and mega evolution. One is just sort of a field guide to known mega evolution lines and the known evolutionary stones. One is a doctoral thesis about the manipulation of mega energy and the possibility of creating new mega stones. And then the last book, you actually find by pulling a separate book off of the shelf. And as you look, you see the side, like the cover of another book behind the books that have been put in here. And after you pull out a few, you pull out this sort of old, not crumpling, but it's definitely seen wear. An old hardback book. And as you pull it out, the back is completely bare, but turning it over, there is just an embossed in gold foil, the mega symbol.
Yeah, she, like it is made of glass, is handling this book. She kind of just wipes off the cover from probably dusty as all hell.
What languages does
She is half Hawaiian, because language isn't really a thing in
right.
PTU, but she's
Right.
half Hawaiian, she's half Colossian. So I imagine both of those.
Okay, as you start flipping through this, it reads like Colossian in a lot of ways. But like not just the language or the form of it is very not flowery, but very old style of writing.
Yeah.
And you can't really make out, you can probably piece together about 50% of what this book is saying. But if you had to guess, this is like old Colossian. Like there are symbols you don't understand, which would have been abandoned as the language evolved.
Yeah.
But flipping through, there are pictures of I say pictures, but realistically watercolor paintings of a mega Beedrill, each one of the Kanto starters. And then things you haven't seen before, which is theorized at least versions of the Johto starters. And this also continues with this also continues with pictures of proposed Colossian starters.
Ooh.
As megas. And there are a few other Pokemon that you see, like there's a Lucario, there's Gardevoir, there's Shuppet. And then you start getting into some Pokemon you didn't think would ever see forms of megas. There's a Flygon that's been designed. There is a my brain just shut off of every Pokemon I've ever known.
Do be like that.
Yeah. There is your guess, the best approximation of a Mega Tyrantrum and a Mega Aurorus. Because you would guess at the time of this they would have fossils, but would not have been able to fully recreate those skeletons.
It's their
very
best guess.
very much smacks of early scientific journal drawings.
Piece together the Galarian way.
Yeah.
Fun. I hate those.
I love them just because it has a really neat look into like British archaeological history.
Yeah.
But God, they're not the best designs.
Like, yeah, I kind of know what a cat looks like, I guess. But yeah, that is a
Slap
thing
these
that you
two-
find.
We found these fossils next to each other. Obviously, they're the same creature.
They're the same Pokemon, yeah. And that's how the Galarian fossils exist.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah.
I love that in joke. That was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there are megas for Pokemon you've never seen. And the names are very difficult to translate because those names are written out almost entirely in symbols that are no longer used. There is one that looks almost humanoid that stands up on two legs and has a massive war club.
Ooh.
And there is another one that it kind of looks like a Scyther. But if you had somehow spliced Scyther DNA with a tiger, so instead of just the singular claw, there is a set of hands with 5 claws.
Wait,
Oh, that
is
sounds
the-
so cool.
Is the War Club the homebrewed third stage evolution of a Cubone?
You don't know.
The one that defends Kangaskhan?
I mean, that'd be cool as hell.
But yeah, you find a book with a lot of you're not sure. It's valuable. Like, this is useful,
Oh, yeah.
but you definitely need other sources to help you with this.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna like carefully look at this. I'm assuming no price label or anything.
No.
If you need to look at the label, you can't afford it. It's one of those type deals.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because the rest of the books all have very clearly marked
Exactly, yeah.
price tags.
Terra Thwack, by the way.
Yeah. It maybe, I don't know. But yes, it's like out of character, the joke here is if there's no label, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Follow up, because Annabella does not think that way. She will take this over to the counter and very carefully place it on the counter. I'm sorry to bother you. I just managed to find this buried behind some other books.
The woman behind the counter is, you'd say, possibly mid to late 30s. Her hair is done up in a very, very proper and tight bun. And she's just wearing a very simple powder blue dress.
Mhm.
And she adjusts her glasses and yeah, I'm sorry. I don't recognize this as one of ours.
Well, if I may be honest, this what's in here might be extremely fascinating for something I'm looking into. If I may be able to take this back to my lab for to dig into, I can absolutely give you credit for assisting with the research.
Yeah, I mean, if by all means, if it, I mean, it's obviously not priced. It looks way too fragile for something for us to have. Um, yeah, I know every book in this store. I've purchased every single one of them for us, and I don't recognize this. Um,
Strange.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't our shop, so I mean, technically there's ownership there, but Megastones and the like, from what I can tell of the book cover, not really my forte. Um, and she just sort of holds her hand over a plant or over an empty pot next to her. And you just see tendrils start to grow out from underneath the soil. And after about a minute, there's a fully formed lavender plant
Like
that
no
has grown
no
up.
no plant at all to full lavender
Yep,
plant. Just
yep. Mm. Uh,
Hmm.
I tend to study more of the natural things.
fascinating. Didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that was makes sense. Someone could be more attuned. Sorry. Um. But yes, no. Let me. May I get your name? I can write it down. And, sorry, I'm putting you on the spot here, but she would.
No, she just leans over, grabs a small slip of paper, writes something on it, and then folds it and hands it to you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. This is possibly massive if we can get this translated.
Well, please let me know if there's anything I can do
Oh,
to help.
absolutely. Well, odd question. I don't suppose you speak Old Colosian?
I don't. Now, if you had asked me about Old Galarian, I might be able to help you,
I-
but
I shall keep that in mind.
there are a
But
lot of manuscripts about old plants that are, weirdly enough, like the majority of them come from Galar.
fascinating. I will make a note to come back because I would be morbidly curious about that. Just scientist brain. But yes, no, thank you very much. You've been wonderful.
Of course. You have to let me know what you find if you're able to.
If I am able, I will absolutely do so. But thank you. And she will pick up the
course.
book very carefully and give a bow and make her way out.
The
Okay.
three of you reconvene. Do you look at that slip of paper?
Yes.
Uh, it has the name Andrea written on it and a phone number.
Called it.
Okay.
The three of you meet back up. Ramon looking giddy yet kind of defeated. And so very clearly on a path. But the three of you run into each other in the
I was heading to
the hallways of Mauville.
Yep. I'm heading towards Pokemon Ranger Station to see if I have any back pay owed. Having realized I haven't been paid in a while. And also to see if we have any if there are any vehicles that I could acquire for traveling to Mount Chimney, or whichever direction we eventually decide. We still have an hour in the stream, so we'll probably decide.
We took our break extra early, so my brain's all thrown off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I had to double
But
check
that's
earlier.
fine.
I had to double check earlier because about it.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
As you are headed to the Pokemon Ranger Station, you all catch. You don't even have to roll for this. You all catch the briefest flash of long purple hair from amongst the crowds, and then Ophelia sort of just squeezes her way in between a couple shopkeepers and starts making her way to the three of you.
Hey,
Hi. Sorry, I apologize about my appearance earlier. I was a little stressed. But
Completely understandable.
Professor Birch wanted me. We are both a little burning the candle at both ends right now, so we're both leaving out and forgetting a bunch of things. So she starts handing envelopes to you. That is your pay for the first leg of this. When you guys get back from whichever mission you decide to go on, I'm not pushing either way for that one. That's completely you guys' thing. But when you get back, you'll be given more pay.
Check
This was
Wonderful. Thank you.
check and see how much is in there.
each of you now have 3,000 pen.
Ooh,
Thank you.
noted.
Yeah, I actually made the point to Professor Birch after you'd left that he suggested you all go and get supplies, and we never gave you your payment. So I had to rectify that. But while I'm out and about, is there anything I can do for the lot of you, or
And I will wait to see if then the other two will have anything.
Out
Just
of-
kind of
Out of
not
curiosity,
being one of the first one to speak up.
have there been any Riolu or Lucario sightings in the area? I figured Professor Birch might know.
she pulls out her phone, and then she pulls out a tablet. She starts doing things on the phone really quick, and then she realizes she can't perfectly do this with two hands. And then
I-
just
I
stacks
hold
the
out a
phone on
hand.
top of the tablet,
I hold
Yeah.
out a hand as a tablet stand.
and she starts working on the tablet and on her phone.
Here we see in the wild Ramon, simp at large.
Ramon accidentally flirts with so many women.
Ramon seems like me in my teenage and 20s years. It's only like it was always like, 4 days later I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but Ramon will never be like, wait a minute, because he's not interested.
And yet,
Fair.
meanwhile, Anna getting her girl's number, completely not trying. I
Uh,
haven't even considered what she's into.
so it looks like there have been a few sightings. That's an odd place for them to be.
Where?
The Valley of Steel.
Oh no, that's not odd.
Yes and no.
Sounds like a great place to go train.
I will say that a population of them has not been seen there for a bit, but with everything else that's been going on after the primal event, and migratory patterns are all out of whack. We've got Pokemon in this region that definitely shouldn't be here. We've got there's a land bridge that's been discovered forming out of the ocean in between certain parts of different regions. Like it's the whole event sort of fucked a lot of things up. I'm rambling. Sorry. What was the question again?
You answered it.
Okay, I'm glad I could.
Thank you.
I am going to take a nap. That's what I'm going to do.
Please
That's a
do.
You should do that.
Do have
Make it a
one more
long
question
one.
for. Yes, I do have one more question before you go. Though, absolutely, please take a nap. You deserve it. I don't suppose you know anyone, or perhaps yourself, speak Old Colossian, or at least have the ability to translate it.
How old?
Old enough where I, as a natural speaker, can only translate about 50% of it. And she will produce the book.
You like open up to any of the pages?
Very carefully, but yeah.
I just out of curiosity, so we'll look at it. Does any of it look like Hisuian script? Because being from the Diamond Clan, so reads Hisuian.
No.
Okay.
This is all.
Just wanted to double
This
check.
is all Greek to you.
Modification roll to
Well,
recognize another
it's
Pokemon.
French, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's all French to you. Anybody can roll a Pokemon education if they're trying to identify any of these species.
I just didn't know if, it being an ancient tome, if there was any crossover with ancient languages.
I mean,
Um,
it would be
12.
like Hisuian would be like ancient Japanese.
It would be, yeah.
It would be a very different thing.
Yeah.
If only the Pokemon world didn't exist on one language in the games.
yeah. Ramon, there are a few Pokemon you're like, okay, yeah, the megas, yeah. What the fuck are those? Like, what? Wait, the Johto starters don't have what? That's
We don't
the
know about
Kalos
Mega
starters.
Slime.
Like, with this role, Ramon is a little more confused at what he's seeing. Like, that those aren't facts. So, as you're looking, as Annabella's flipping through very gingerly through these pages, one of the things that catches your eye is the supposed or proposed fossil type Pokemon mega evolutions of Tyrantrum and Aurorus. And the other one that stands out to you is the humanoid that has the giant club. And looking a little further into it, it's got sort of brownish fur covering most of its body, which has been adorned with different skulls and other bone pieces, almost like a natural armor.
Does it look like? My first question is, why do these things stand out to me? Is there like a specific reason that catch my eyes? They catch my eyes.
Not really.
Okay.
It's just the pages that are flipped to that.
Just vibes.
They're neat.
Yeah, those are the.
I just think they're neat.
The one that has the one with the one with the club and the bones. Does it look like a Marowak that got bigger?
Possibly.
Yeah. So he'll just go.
Potentially.
Yeah. I don't. A lot of this seems like fake. He says, pointing at that one. That looks like an evolved Marowak, but Marowaks don't evolve.
This is why I'm curious, because if this is fiction, it's very elaborately done, and ancient Closian is not common.
It's not, which is why when I majored in it for a few years in college, my mother was extremely upset. May I?
Absolutely. Like, her eyes widen.
She just starts flipping through. You don't know when, but she has gloves on.
Yeah, no. Mhm.
While So was pointing out the thing, she was.
Yeah. Getting into investigation mode. Just strap on some gloves for some science shit.
Science.
Strap on.
Boo.
Into the timeout chair.
Bonk.
I'm already there.
Horny bonk. Straight to horny jail. She starts.
The longest Sen has ever laughed.
That's fair.
You adopted the horny jail. I was born to it, molded by
it. God damn it. I had a feeling that was what was coming out.
I was not expecting horny jail Bane.
Well, Batman, Batman, you haven't seen half the furry art I've seen.
I've seen the
You're
new
right.
or I found the new subtitle for the episode. This is. Oh, okay. She starts flipping through. What trips me up here is that it is very. If this is a fake, this is extremely well done. Because none of this reads like these are all actual. This is actually written in ancient Colossian. or middle Colossian. There was a brief period in between.
Yeah.
Anyway, you don't need me to divulge into linguistic topics. It's a lot of it's a lot. I'm gonna have to take some time and really figure out what the author of this was trying to get across. Obviously, it's something to do with megas and some proposed Pokemon species, but this could not only be an important discovery for the advancement of Megastone understanding, but the advancement of understanding of fossil type Pokemon.
I dare say, between the two of us, we have some work to do once this is settled.
I'd be delighted to work with you. In the meantime, would you prefer I hold on to this, or would you like to?
It is probably not best to be hiking up a volcano with this.
That is completely fair. I will take this back to Professor Birch. He might also have some contacts who are a little more advanced in the field than I am.
Yes, I am also going to be texting my father in Kalos to see if he knows anyone.
Okay. I
will let you know if we know anything.
I think we can put together a team to take care of this. Well, figure this out.
Yes. Priorities on the Mega Evolution parts, though obviously wondering, I am morbidly curious about some of these other Pokemon.
She takes out you see her pull a soft pink blanket out of her duffel or out of her messenger bag. Probably like 2.5 feet by 3 feet, worn to shit. But she just very gingerly wraps it up and then places it in her bag. I'm going to go back to the apartment and catch a few days of sleep. I wish all of you luck in whatever direction you go. Please keep us updated, not only on where you're going, but if there's any issues that you run into while you're along the route, if you need backup of any kind, do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you all. And she will exit.
So it's kind of personally important that I go to the Valley of Steel.
That is on the way.
I don't see why not.
So,
If we head up to Mount Chimney by way of Lava Ridge, it would be on the way.
I guess that means that we are heading that way.
That's fine by me.
I thought we'd pretty much already decided that.
Just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
And you can see Annabella's energy is quite high right now. She is in her element.
All right. Well, that was interesting and weird, and I'm not sure how a book full of fake Pokemon will help you, but I hope it does.
Well, we're kind of hoping they're not fake.
I mean,
that was a book written in extremely old Colossian about Mega Evolution.
Yeah, with theoretical...
The birthplace of the phenomenon. There might be something to this.
With theoretical fossil Pokemon that they definitely didn't have.
This was older writing. This might have been misunderstanding, but there's still something to it. It's also filling in gaps in the history, if at nothing else.
Fair.
It's a little outside of my It's a little outside of my specialty, but it might be something.
Yeah.
Plus, it's about Mega Evolution, and any understanding of Mega Evolution for our investigation is good.
I mean, I can always tell you what I know.
So should we stay back and translate the book? Is this the third option that we should consider? instead of going and getting attacked by megas.
Well, I feel like we don't know enough Old Colossian to help
I
with
don't.
that.
I don't know. I don't know Colossian.
I mean, I know literally none, but I had to try.
No, understandably. Look, if I could sit in a room quietly, just scribing over a book for hours, I would. Sadly, I think we have better things to do.
Right. Well, let's see if we can get if there's any equipment that we want to get or such with our.
Yeah, you guys
new
now have
friends.
money, and I believe So still wanted to go and check
Yes.
out the ranger station.
Yes, I wanted to go see. I still want to see if I'm owed any back pay because I haven't checked in a while.
Mm.
And
We can also requisitions from equipment from them.
yeah, see if there's any vehicles at the very least that could be requisitioned for traveling to Mount Chimney to make that process quicker, considering the state of emergency.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. All right. Would Annabella tag along, or is she off to go
Yes.
shopping? Okay.
No. We can do that on the way. We can do it on the way out. It would just be real quick. So yeah, we'll. Yeah, she's coming along to the ranger station. She's worked with them before.
You all head to the ranger station, and not an uncommon sight. Rocky is behind the counter. What is uncommon is the fact that he's just sort of leaning back on two legs of a chair with his feet propped up, reading a book.
Isn't that exactly how he was the last time I came through?
I think you might be right.
More common than you thought.
Well, yeah.
He likes reading.
It's not a lot,
just-
but it's wait, this happened twice.
He just closes his book, takes his leg down, and sets up. Well. How was the trip?
Halted halfway and then turned back around.
Fair enough. What brings you in today? So, and Ramon and Annabella, and the other two I don't know.
That's Ian and Satomi. One I was checking, I realized I realized minutes ago that I haven't checked to see if I'm owed any back pay, so I figured I'd come in and check. But also I wanted to see if there were any vehicles we could requisition. It looks like Professor Birch has us heading up to Mount Chimney to check on magma activity out there, and travel on foot is slow. And there's sort of a crisis going on.
That's true. It is. With magma being back out again, it just means that we're in. We should just honestly be in a state of emergency across all the ranger stations.
Yep.
But above my pay grade, I just do requisitions.
Yeah, and I don't. And if I was by myself, I could just straight cut it across land. But none of them can do that. So we need to see if there's any bikes or any other vehicles that we could borrow, requisition, take.
If you want to run ahead, like, I won't stop you.
No.
Okay. Well, let's handle your back pay first, and then we'll start looking into potential requisitions. He starts typing a few things on his computer. So, have you ever collected a check? This is Rocky asking you in game.
Yeah, no. This is him responding in game.
Do you know what money is?
Yes.
Have you ever used it before?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Have you been feeding yourself?
Yes.
How have you been feeding yourself?
Well,
How many berries have you found in the wild?
Look,
and is it your entire diet, or only 90% of it?
Ryoko was very intent on hammering home self-sufficiency in my training, so
Do you have a place that you sleep that is indoors? Or is it only sleeping bags in the forest?
That one.
Holy,
I don't have a house, okay? I don't. It was never a requirement.
So goes a little more wild child than some of us here. I personally own a home.
right.
Well, let me rephrase that. My wife owns a home. I am allowed to live there.
Look, I was raised in a mountainside village
Were
where
you?
we lived off the land.
Have you
It
ever been
didn't
part of a society
seem,
before?
yes, it didn't seem like a big deal to just continue living off the land. I did, I walked here from Sinnoh, okay? Like you get used to it.
Why? Why would you do that?
Long story.
That sounds awful.
I've heard it before. It is.
So apparently no, I have forgotten to pick up every check I've ever been owed.
Well, you've been with us for 2 years. Your stipend is 100 pen a week. It's not a lot, but it's 10. You're looking at about 11,000 pen here.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Since you don't use money, how would you feel about sharing?
uh Let me actually acquire my income before you ask me for a handout. I will acquire my
he will take a few minutes and go and find your physical checks. Um, and upon returning, he just sits down um, and starts typing. He pulls out a barcode scanner and just scans across the entire check. And then he does this for all 100 and some odd checks that you have.
Just
This,
10
it
minutes
takes
of beep.
10
beep.
minutes of type, 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 beep, type, 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 beep.
Ramon gets bored and goes and finds a chair.
That's fair. Um,
Yeah, that'd be 100.
okay.
That would be 104 checks.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, you can pick these up weekly, or you can pick these up bi-weekly, you can pick these up monthly, you can pick these up every 6 months. If you make me scan another 104 checks, I will kill you. There is no like that. I am not sugarcoating that. I will rip your spine out through your asshole. Do not ever do this again.
Perhaps we
And
should
I'm
set so up
telling Ryoko.
perhaps we should set so up a bank account.
What's a
No,
bank?
that's
We should also like teach So about apartments.
That I'm less bothered by. If he's safe and healthy, I'm not that bothered.
Yeah, but like he's living in the woods.
Yes, I know people who live in the woods.
That implies
That's
that
not
I'm
uncommon.
Why?
that implies that I'm in the same woods for long enough to live there.
Some
I
people
don't
like to live off
understand you.
some people like to live off more nature. I understand.
joke's on you. That implies that I'm living.
Yeah. But yes, perhaps getting him a bank account so it can go automatically in.
We can set up direct deposit. That should have been an option for you, but
I don't think he knows what a bank is.
yeah, okay.
I don't. That was
Maybe
a
they set that
joke.
up
I know
for-
what a bank is. I don't have a bank account.
That might be something to consider.
He sets the stack of money in front of you. Congrats.
Slip it into a bag.
And that was your trainee pay. Now that you're a full-fledged ranger, it goes up to 200
Oh, nice.
weekly. if you want to collect the checks weekly.
I will get a bank's account set up, and it can.
There
go
are
straight
two
in
options here
there.
for pay.
I don't think he's ever heard of a bank account.
There are two options for pay. You can take the weekly check at 200 a week, or you can get paid monthly for 10,000. Or not 1,000.
That one sounds like less checks.
And
It is less checks.
and she's already run them. She's already run it, and more money.
Yep.
Just less often.
What's so gonna do with money?
The general issue that we run into is that people don't want to go a month without cash, but for people who don't, use it on the regular, it's not a big deal. And I will say to the rest of you, so is not the only one that is uncivilized.
Yeah. How?
You can ask so. We there's this guy Sully who's like, I don't think he's ever set foot in a house.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
man
Sounds
has
like
entirely
hell.
lived off the land his entire life.
Yeah, but he's
I would
got
hate that.
he's got like I think I'm not convinced he's not a primate in like human clothes.
I'm not convinced Sully isn't hooking up that Obama snow he's got, but that's besides the point.
Let's not think about that.
The Ranger
Okay.
Station is ceaselessly entertaining.
Now that your money issue has been resolved, let me look at vehicles that we have.
Thank you. Yes, we'll move on swiftly.
So we have some options. I'm going to assume all of you would like either your own vehicle or to be in a singular vehicle.
I would.
Some form of transportation would be nice.
I mean, so doesn't mind
us.
walking, but I'm not a ranger, so
Not built for hiking.
not at all.
No, I'd say you're built for academia, he says, pointing to Annabella. Mechanic shop,
Oh yeah.
athletic trainers in the back. And you all know so.
She flies, I say, pointing at Satomi.
Sad. Not the weirdest one I've heard.
He's met so it's not that weird.
Okay, so it looks like here we have 3 bicycles. We have 2 motorbikes. We have a dune buggy.
Going up a mountain.
Both are solid options.
Do you know what a dune buggy is?
Yes.
Have
I'm gonna be
you
real honest
ever
with you.
seen
No.
A motorbike before?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand what the options are?
Yeah.
If you
Yes.
don't understand what the options are, a court-appointed translator will be provided.
I'm not a caveman that unthawed last year.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
You had 2 years of back pay, but more than that, oh.
Yeah. Theoretically, I can't prove he exists. But from before the ranger station.
I never had a job back home. I never had to collect checks.
And that's completely fair. You're not the only one here who had no idea they were getting paid.
Yeah. Well,
I have a guy who has never collected a check in the 10 years he's been here. Don't know how the fuck he's alive, but
Is he?
it's not hard. You get food in the wild.
I mean, it has been like 6 months since he's done a check. He might be dead. We should probably get a.
Is he on the way to Mount Chimney?
No. Last time he reported in, he was dealing with something out in Sutopolis.
Oh.
You should definitely check in.
Please check in.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do that after we resolve this issue. So we have the dune buggy, we have a passenger van, and looks like Dahlia's put her car back up. We have a 4-door sedan.
Choose something with the motor.
Do the motorcycles come with sidecars?
Types a few for a little bit. They don't, however, I think I can get, if you give me like a few hours, I might be able to get a couple sidecars. Or if you wait a couple hours, we might have another bike turned in.
I mean, yeah, because like 3 bikes and 1 sidecar, or 2 bikes with sidecars would be enough for all of us, and would be more manageable going up a mountain than a van.
3 bikes with 2 sidecars, or 4 bikes with 1 sidecar.
Well, somebody can ride behind a driver, and and then someone else can ride in the sidecar.
Oh.
You can get 3 people on a bike with a sidecar.
Oh.
You can get 3 people on a bike if you're not a bitch about it.
God, fuck. Holy shit.
But
You know what? Fair enough, buddy.
God damn it.
And there's the one-liner of the session, folks.
Safety first.
Okay. Yeah, we have there are 3 more motorbikes that are out. They should be back in the next few hours at the most.
Yeah, we got time.
Tomorrow at the latest.
We can wait. Yeah, we can wait until they're in. I just don't know that
Okay.
the sidecars also, because I no offense, Annabella, you don't look like the drivey type.
Not particularly. Don't really need it around Delikov.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
We need to get a bank account
She-
anyway.
There is a small moment of what that's supposed to mean from her, but like, it's not for long.
I mean, Lily Cove's fairly walkable.
Most things
From
are,
an
yeah.
out of game.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe we can schedule some financial education classes.
It's just why.
Then you can learn about society.
The biggest problem I have is that we live in a society.
So
Says
doesn't.
Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't.
Okay.
And that's arguably a good thing.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, but like,
Let's go do the
you
bank
live
account
in a
thing
house.
Yes.
while we wait for a motorcycle.
What about
that won't take
tacos?
long.
What about?
There's no taco trees. Where is Sol eating tacos?
Why would I eat tacos?
Tacos are good.
We need to go get tacos, and then we'll be back. Tacos in the bank, and then we're coming back.
I'm sorry, but there's no taco tree. Just fucking broke me.
There's no taco tree. A very strong contender for kind of the session.
Why are we going to a taco bank?
Oh.
Oh damn!
I'm at the
There's a
taco bank.
I wouldn't put any tacos in it. I eat them too fast.
That's fair.
Right. So in order: bank, tacos. Hopefully the bikes are done by then.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going to a parts shop.
We can do that.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
You guys head to the bank. It takes like 45 minutes to get set up a bank account. There's a lot of paperwork you didn't expect to have to bring. But they kind of just like, they're like, oh, Ranger, and they just hand wave some things.
Do you have an ID?
Yeah, he's
No.
never lived in a house.
Yeah. Do you have a social secure? Never mind.
No.
If you need to ask, he doesn't have it.
I'll give you my my address in Sinnoh is
He doesn't have an address. He lives in the woods.
Diamond Clan compound on the side of.
Mission Venice probably would be enough.
He's been in an apartment. I know that.
Well, that's good.
It wasn't my apartment though.
I'm not sure he's been in more than one.
The teller that you're working with seems a little out of his depth, but does his best.
Yeah, it's just like, you
and
know, Diamond
like-
Diamond Clan compound on the side of Mount Coronet. Like, just
Why is this so hard?
it's on the west side.
but eventually you do get set up with bank account and a debit card.
Hey,
Um,
deposit money.
Don't do you? I need you to trust me on this because it's fairly. We're gonna have to get you enrolled in that financial education class first, but don't lose this.
I'm not gonna. I don't lose things.
Yeah, but I just need you to understand that it's important.
I got it.
If you do, you can call the bank.
That's why I'm
cancel it and
putting
order
it.
another one.
But somebody else could pick it up.
That's why. I'm
Yes,
putting
but that's
it,
when
But
you.
the
That's why you
cards
call
on-
the bank to cancel it.
That's why I'm putting it in my secret pocket.
That works.
I'm not gonna ask.
I wouldn't tell you because if I told you, it wouldn't be a secret.
it's his butthole.
I'm pretty sure it's your butthole.
Have you
It-
checked your butthole?
It is not. No, it is not.
I don't think you've ever met a pocket. You live in the woods.
I'm
your
wearing
butthole.
cargo pants.
It's your butthole.
Annabella walks away embarrassed. This is in public.
Ramon is very not embarrassed.
So does not. So does not shout. You've seen my butthole.
Oh, god damn it! Y'all are gonna
No, it's
fucking
You're
kill me.
unhinged.
This last hour has been
above
chaos.
table. Above table, he stores any important documents in Murasame's scabbard because no
That makes
one's
sense.
going to go there.
The only person who might consider even going close is Annabella, and she's not that asshole.
Murasame is the ultimate protection.
Yeah.
Because he'll kill you.
After exiting the bank with your brand new debit card and however much you have in the bank account now,
I will spend money between sessions.
Yes.
that is fair. But tacos are had.
Yay.
They are
Delightful.
serviceable.
There's never been a bad taco.
Ah,
These are just the greasy ones. There's never been a bad taco.
That's fair.
These are just Tex-Mex.
Yeah. And Ramon, you know, like, yeah, this could definitely be better, but it's not bad.
There's never been a bad taco.
there have been bad tacos. I've
There
had
are
them.
there are absolute bad tacos,
Ramon
but
hasn't met one.
like even Taco Bell is like serviceable as I understand it.
Ramon's been lucky. Yes.
I won't touch Taco. Above table, I won't touch Taco Bell.
That's fair. But
Taco Bell's fine.
keep in mind
I
I'm
mean-
also from a country that doesn't have Taco Bell. So
I need to stop.
oh, really doesn't
eating
really have
Taco
Taco Bell.
Yeah. No. Taco Bell is fine. Like lowercase f period at the end. Fine.
Fine.
I'm not convinced it's food.
Above table conspiracy theory time. I don't believe any fast food is actual food. But that's just me.
Look, if you can eat it, it's food. That's how food works.
Sen,
A Night City
Sen,
works.
Sen. People are friends, not
Not
food.
Food.
I have bad news for you, Jack.
Ooh.
What happened to this session?
Damn it.
So there, it was on the rails, and now it's off. That's what happened.
There were. I'm sorry, Julia. With all due respect, there were rails.
No, there weren't.
So
there
does know what rails are.
where we're going, we don't need rails.
Ramon
Nope.
will teach you about rails.
I bet he will.
I'm good. I'm done.
I understand it's Ramon's favorite subject.
Oh.
This session is so broken.
I believe the third destination is to return to the ranger station, correct? Or
You had
shopping
a front
and
shop you
then-
wanted to go to,
and then-
right?
Yeah,
Ranger
just like
station.
just shopping montage that can happen between sessions and then back to the ranger station.
Yes, that.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys walk back in, and Rocky is not reading this time. He's actually up and like you have to like call for him at the desk. And he just comes back, slings a rag over covered in grease. Hey, you guys are back. So I had to do a little bit of maintenance on one of the bikes. I did manage to get a sidecar. So we have 4 bikes and a sidecar. I can get another sidecar if you need. If you want to go down
mean,
to
4 bikes and a sidecar is probably fine.
Okay. All right. So there's 2 ways I can do this. Either this goes against your ranger allowances of requisitions. However, I also know, like, not talking shop. I know y'all are working for Professor Birch, so like I can't just give you this one on. Like I can't just let this one slide. As long as y'all bring them back.
I mean, yeah, that works. The
Okay.
hope is to bring them back.
I am
If they die,
going
you're gonna have to come get them.
Yeah, that's always the problem with rangers and requisitions. That not the first time I would have to have gone to retrieve a bike.
This is not reassuring.
If we die, Ryoko will bring them back. It'll be fine.
This is also not reassuring.
Oh, you're heading up to see them.
Yeah.
Right. They're at Mount Chimney. Okay, yeah. He starts making notes. You see he pulls out he flips out a piece of paper from his pocket and starts typing. And if anybody looks at what he's jotting down, it is a series of serial numbers for each of the bikes and the sidecar.
So don't follow up the serial number.
No. I mean, technically it's a VIN, but whatever.
VIN number. Vehicle identification number.
Which is why I always cringe when someone says VIN number, because the vehicle identification number.
ATM machine.
Yeah, ATM machine.
The Gobi Desert, the Sahara Desert,
PIN number,
the Amazon River, like
Mount Fuji.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Isn't
there's
there?
A lot of them.
I'm pretty sure there's a place in England that is town.
I believe it.
Because first it was the Celts and then the Saxons and then the Danish.
I would believe it. I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Well, clearly I don't either.
Yeah. I fully believe it.
checking something here real quick. Okay. All right, and he sets 4 sets of keys down.
We will. Jack, above table, is Ramon the kind of person that would know how to drive?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Ramon knew how to drive before it was legal.
Just checking. Satomi
Ramon's dad was sitting him in his lap and letting him drive.
Satomi might not know how to drive, so we'll figure that out when Andrew is back.
And we will say, we can just hand wave and say that you guys have the proper assemblage of vehicles to make sure everyone gets there.
We don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah.
I will take the keys.
Ramon picks one up and twirls it, spins it so that it goes around.
I will apologize to my Pokemon profusely before putting them in their Pokeballs, except for Murasame.
It's really funny because you start apologizing and Crash is like, what are we, which you have noticed his voice has changed.
Yeah.
He's just like, what are we like, what are you apologizing for? And then you hold up the Pokeball and he just goes, oh, and then you like put him into the Pokeball.
Yeah.
But he's the only one that makes a fuss of any kind, even though that wasn't really a fuss.
Yeah.
You're the only one who cares.
Feels wrong.
I know a lot of Rangers don't do the whole Pokeball thing, but it's really fucking convenient.
It is.
By the way, did you get your own? I gave you a styler, right?
Holds up his arm.
Is that borrowed or is that yours?
I think borrowed.
Okay. I'm gonna need that back.
Hand over.
And he goes into the back and comes back out with a box and hands it to you. And inside is a shiny new styler that has to be set up from the beginning, which you've been instructed on how to use these and how to do setup.
Yep.
And
Put it on. We can go through the menus.
English.
Sinoan. It's like Sinoan. Yes, 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 no, yes, yes, yes.
Skip for now.
I do not want to be advertised to have personal advertisements sent to me.
What kind of dystopia is this?
Capitalism.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all.
Okay. Can you tell I've set up a lot of Windows computers? Where your Windows will ask you, what kind of ads would you like us to serve you? And I'm like, none.
None?
Oh, the answer to that is fuck off, kindly.
To which it answers, sorry, we don't have that option. We can either fuck you unkindly or
Yes, please.
I didn't understand that. Please try again.
anyways. Acquire
Okay.
bikes, head north.
You guys you've done all your shopping, you've got everything ready to go, and just before you're about to leave, you get a text you get a text message from Professor Birch.
Read it.
All it says is which location did the group decide on?
Send back Mount Chimney.
There's you guys are like you're about to turn your key and you feel it vibrate once again.
Rotom flies up again.
And it says, I will get another team to go look at Dewford. Please be safe. Report back anything you find.
Will do. And I'll pass it along. So
you guys begin
both
your
leads are being
trek.
tackled.
Up Route 111 to get towards Mount Chimney, going through the Valley of Steel.
Yep.
There is a stop, however, and it's sort of up to you all if you want to actively stop at Lake May, or you want to just push through to the Valley of Steel.
Is there a reason to stop at Lake May?
It's pretty. Other than that, no.
Oh, it's this place.
If someone, I'll say that if like Rudy or Andrew wanted to stop at Lake May for any given reason, we can. But otherwise,
We can always flash back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
for
can say
reference,
that you guys stopped in case.
Yeah, for reference, if anyone asks, this is the place that is known for Volbeats and music displays.
Ramon would want to stop just because he was on a journey to see all of Hoenn before this started.
Sure.
Not for
It is
anything that we
extremely
need
pretty.
to
I mean, would
play
you
out.
Yeah.
would you want to get a Volbeats?
No.
It's an electric type.
It's not.
Is it not?
Nope.
I thought Volbeats was an electric bug.
No, they're both
That's
just bug.
Joltik. I think
Yeah.
There are a
Joltik-
lot of people who are upset about that because they're fireflies. So like,
Yeah.
Well, not,
or
not,
at least firebug.
not only,
A lot of hacks I see, like the Drayano hacks, use bug electric for them, but they are pure bug types,
like not only is it.
and it annoys the hell out of me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? Volbeats and Lumizi are just pure bugs, not even flying.
Like they also they look like they have like their bug design looks like they have headphones on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never
Yeah,
really
no,
thought
they're-
about that.
Yeah, they're just pure bugs.
They look like they
No.
should have.
I don't like them.
That's weird. Never mind.
They're not.
I
They're just
think they're cute.
disappointing.
I think they're cute.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jack. I don't dislike them. I think that they have so much they are a wasted potential of a Pokemon.
Correct.
They are beautiful, but they are wasted potential.
Mhm.
So you stop at Lake May for a little bit. And we don't have to play this out, but one of the things you do get mainly from the people who are around that are also like, stopping, taking pictures and things. The thing that you hear really the attraction is nighttime here. Because this place is lit the fuck up with Illumise and Volbeats.
We should stop back on the way back.
Yeah.
You continue on, and you eventually come to a fork in the road. We're doing a little bit of time skipping here, otherwise this
Yeah.
would be multiple days.
And we're on bikes, which makes it a lot faster.
Yes.
Motorized bikes.
Yeah, because like that means we're going on like each square is 10 miles.
Yeah,
and a bike.
you guys could
like,
get
we
to
could go 60 miles an hour, which means that we could get to Mount Chimney within an hour.
Yeah.
Assuming assuming it were flat, mountain
Yeah.
terrain's gonna take it slower.
I mean, yeah,
It's gonna
like,
be a couple hours minimum.
yeah,
probably.
but like if we
You've
were
cut
able to
down
go
a
flat-
lot of your travel time.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
go from several days to a couple hours.
So after about 4 hours of biking between the road and the mountain, the valley, getting into it, majorly getting to the center of the valley is difficult because there are a lot of different bluffs and crags that make up this location. So it's a little bit of slow going, and there's a few times you guys have to double back because the route that you're going on just ends.
I do when we get to the Valley of Steel, I do want to pull over and to the others. So in the Kisaki family of the Diamond Clan, it's sort of a rite of passage or rite of adulthood, to train with your partner Lucario, until they have mastered themselves enough to be able to Mega Evolve. You may have noticed I don't have a Lucario.
I was just about to ask.
So
You want to find your partner?
yeah.
Let's find one.
Yeah, I had to leave home because he reached up and sort of taps Murasame. They were gonna when I was younger and stupid, I found Murasame in like a basement and grabbed it without realizing what he was. And when I woke up a week later, I learned that they were going to destroy him. It wasn't his fault. He'd been left alone for hundreds of years and was hungry. So I took Murasame and left, and that also meant that I never got my Lucario partner. So
Leaving home sucks.
Yeah, it would have been worse knowing that I'd let a Pokemon be killed because of my stupidity.
It doesn't matter if something else was worse. Leaving home still sucks.
While this conversation is happening, everybody can give me perception checks.
Two. I am trying to while talking. I am trying to sense the aura of any Lucario in the area.
Oh, okay. That is a different story. For you.
That would be an intuition check, I
Um,
guess.
Yep, that's an intuition check.
18.
Okay. All right. So Ramon, you are Ramon and Annabelle, or Annabella, both of you. As So is starting to tell this story, you hear rocks shifting. Coming from the north of you, um, at best 50 to 100 feet away.
So what do I see?
The first thing you see is the set of black paws that sort of shove an entire boulder out of the way.
Yeah, because I probably don't hear it.
That is right. That is my bad.
I mean, I've it's easy to forget when it's
Um,
entirely imaginary.
Fair. Um, but after that paw-like hand pushes the boulder, uh, just very briefly from around it, you both see the head of a Lucario just looking. And your aura flashes and you look up and you staring straight back at you is a Lucario.
I'm gonna get out of the way.
And then there's flaring happening around it, as there are two others that immediately you didn't see any communication or anything go from the mouth of the Lucario, but two others hop up onto the boulders beside it. And just very, very softly and quietly out from around the corner in front of the one who originally pushed the boulder just peeks the tiniest little head of a Riolu.
You wouldn't happen to want to train with like 4, would you?
That's a family. That's a family unit.
Yeah, but they look a little bit intense.
I will hop off the bike, leave Murasame on the bike, and just sort of like move to put myself between the group and the Lucario. And I will just let my the aura pulse just sort of flare in the method of communication taught to me by my clan.
All of you see the two, now that attention has been drawn, and the two that are up top immediately just hands up and aura surrounding both fists. The one in the center, who the child has now sort of stepped in front of, simply leans down, picks up the ear of the Riolu and whispers something into it, and then puts it back down. And there's a very intense moment of just this Paldean standoff. I know it's Spain and not Mexico, but it's the closest I could get, people. and you just hear in your mind, "Who are you?"
Responding via aura. Kisaki So of the Diamond Clan of Sinnoh. Longtime allies of the Lucario tribes of Sinnoh.
You see a smile go across the face of the obvious parent now that you have sort of put the family together. And they begin approaching you.
I will move closer towards them, but not fully close distance. I will continue. I did not have the opportunity to find my partner in Sinnoh. And events being what they are currently in my life, I came to seek my partner among the Lucario spotted here.
I'm familiar with the ritual. Sen, I messaged you in Slack.
Yeah. One second. Did I write it down anywhere? Probably.
I'm not unfamiliar with the tradition.
Ramon has a Pokeball, one of his Pokemon to hand because he has no idea how this is going and he does not want to get beat up by Lucario.
There was a moment where it would have seen a little flash of psionic energy trigger when she saw the boulder fall. Nothing actually fired off or anything, but she was clearly trying to like instinctively defend herself.
Mhm.
And then she is very, very close to Crowley, currently in the sidecar right now, staring at this intently.
Emotional support dog.
Yep, exactly. Very, very closely hugging Crowley.
And so the Lucario begins to walk closer.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Nope, by all means. I'm trying to fill the space for you.
There you go.
And I'm not going to make anybody roll this. There is no obvious sign of aggression on this Lucario's face. As it just walks up to you, and looks up at you. You said Kisaki.
Yes.
Well, Diamond One, it seems fate has played another cruel hand to everyone. I assume you're familiar with the name Jin.
That's my father.
Hmm.
If it's Kisaki Jin, anyways.
Then I do believe you know my father.
I'm assuming it's my father's Lucario.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Insert name of that Lucario.
Stonefist.
Ah. You are Stonefist's child.
Yes, running water. Never really fit, but I was named for where I was birthed near.
Makes sense.
Well then, I believe that you and I need to have a very long talk. And that is where we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye,
Ooh.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.